What's up, Nashville? It is Terry, and I'm back with Nashville Fit Magazine. And today we're at Framework with my good buddy Allen.
Welcome.
This
to the new Framework.
Is beautiful.
Thank you.
So well done. This is a labor of love for you. So tell us a little bit.
A lot of love, but also a lot of labor.
More labor than love. It's a 60-40 split, really.
Some days.
It's the recipe for success. You've been operating, but you were operating over at Berry Hill.
Right. Yeah.
And you were there for what? About 8 months?
Close to a year. So we've been running Framework, our sauna and cold plunge studio, since February of last year. I got really excited about the health benefits of sauna, then got kind of hooked on the rush and the recovery of cold plunge. And we put the two together in an outdoor-only setting, which I think was really unique for Nashville.
Yeah.
Gets people outdoors, into the elements, and really able to inject that bit of reset and recovery and do that in a social way in that setting, because it was a group sauna, it was cold plunges side by side. All the while, though, we've been planning this facility, which just opened last week, 5,000 square feet here in the heart of Wedgwood, Houston, and we've upgraded that component. We've kept the same sauna. I brought it over with a crane on Monday, and the outdoor component, but we've added 2 more large saunas, and in our main space. Now there's an indoor component, a bunch more cold tubs. So we have indoor options, outdoor options, group options, individual options, public and private. So really trying to let people do sauna and cold plunge in a social way, but in a whole bunch of different social ways.
Yeah, I mean, and it's very, very beautiful in here. So
well, thank you.
And you didn't have any construction delays, and you were right on time.
Yeah, of course. To the day. You didn't see any contractors when you walked in.
Yeah, not one. But tell us a little bit about what. Was there a point in your life where you were like, I can't not have this in my life with this type of therapy, and I want to share it with everybody else?
I got into this from a purely personal manner. Somebody sent me a research paper on the health benefits of sauna, and I guess a little bit of a pivotal junction. I was turning 40, having my first kid, and in between gigs. And so I had the time to learn about my health, and I learned that regular sauna usage was meaningfully impacting 4 different chronic diseases. And you start to turn 40, you start to think about, what do I need to do to be healthy for kids, grandkids, all these sorts of things. And the ability to go take double-digit bites out of your risk for cardiovascular disease, stroke, hypertension, and Alzheimer's and dementia, there's no drug in the world that'll do that for you. And if there was one that even came close, it would be a complete blockbuster. And so the idea that you could get that by doing something that I think is incredibly enjoyable, sit in a sauna, sweat, meet other people and socialize. The idea that you could combine those things, I thought was incredibly compelling. Looked around, didn't really find the experience that I liked, the social version, the traditional sauna, some of the things that we've held, the combination with cold, things that we think are really important principles of the way that we operate here at Framework. And so, a lot of things led to another to kind of wind up from there to here, but that was the journey.
Yeah. Well, again, it's amazing. And with this location, it's a little bit different than the other location. You have a cafe too around the corner.
We do, and that's really about 2 things. Number one, in that same moment in my life, I was really dialing back my own alcohol consumption, and I got interested in just what was going on in the non-alcoholic beverage space. And that's everything from non-alcoholic beer, really good, by the way, 90+% as good as all the different varieties of regular beer. So super easy substitute to be able to swap in if that's your goal, to a ton of things happening in electrolytes, adaptogenic waters, sparkling water, that whole category is exploding. Zero proof cocktails. I love seeing the movement of this just in Nashville broadly as you go to restaurants and bars. So all of a sudden it's I'm not limited to water and O'Doul's, There's legit options that are delicious.
It's true.
And that's been so good for my life. It's been just fun to explore the flavors that different brands are creating. So I wanted to bring that to people, number one. And then 2, cafes are social, right? We do, sweat, shiver, socialize.
There it is.
It's on the back of the t-shirt, right? So extending that social experience, not just in the sauna and the cold plunge, but before or after your session here is the second reason. And then the third is just fitting this into your life. We all struggle to add new things to our lives. Most of us probably need to take some away.
Right.
And so the idea is, how do you fit framework? How do I ask for an hour out of your day or your week, depending on which membership you have? And one of the things I think is that if we can make it easy for, like, maybe you can cut out a coffee stop, and that's 15 minutes out of the Starbucks line you don't have to do, because we've got a great espresso program. You know, if you were going to meet a friend for a drink, you don't have to choose between doing that and coming to Framework. Like, just do both under the same roof.
Exactly.
We've partnered with Radish Kitchen, and we're going to be an outpost for their salads.
Oh,
they're
that's
going to
awesome.
drop those daily. So, like, maybe you can come here over your lunch break, grab a sauna, grab a great option from Radish, take that back to, you know, your home or your office or whatever it is. So it's also about fitting into your life and kind of making it easy. How can I make it as easy as possible for you to get here?
Yeah, that's great. So we'll speaking of easy, tell everybody where you're located, because it is pretty easy to get to.
Yeah, so we're in Wedgwood, Houston. We're on 4th Avenue, right where 4th and Rains comes together. Rains is the street that dead ends into Geodis Park. So we're right on 4th as you drive by. If you get stuck at the railroad tracks on 4th, as people often do, you'll see our billboard there with a little arrow and where to go, and we're on the right just as you pass that.
Let's go and tell everybody how they can follow you and maybe hours of operation.
Yeah, you can find us at Join Framework. So that's at JOIN Framework on Instagram, joinframework.com online. We are open as soon as we clear a little bit of construction over the next week or two, but broadly we're open 6 days a week from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
There you go, guys. Make sure you come over here, say hi to Allen, and tell him that Nashville Fit sent you.